Hello. Oh my god, you're blind. Give me a second. Oh, never mind. I just needed a moment. Check out my boy. Look at my precious son. Look at him go. Is he beautiful? Oh my god. He's so angsty. He's such an angry vegetable, man. Thank you, Bailey, for donating to the new Raymond Immortalization stream challenge, where I'm going to totally normally remember and not at all manifest Raymond, my first ever YouTube chatter, into a deity of some description. It's probably gonna go down like that. I can't pretend it's not gonna go down like that. Let's do it. We're gonna start my new character, Bo Stoic. We're gonna go into the bloom zone. Bloom in more ways than one. Hi, Felicity. I'm gonna go into Bloom World, where everything is bloom and lit up. No matter how hard I tried, I could not get the bloom in this area to settle down, and I think that it's part of it is on purpose. Like, it's got some very HD feeling things going on about it. Like, look at those shadows. That's kind of cool, right? Weirdly enough, if I try to turn up certain graphic settings even higher, that these shadows just wouldn't be shadowing like this. So I have it exactly where I want it in terms of, like, you know, immersiveness. We're gonna be playing with action camera because I want to play like this is COD. Okay, that's pretty much the beginning and end of it. I do have an easy key for disabling that if I really need to, but I just like the idea of playing a bow character. If it gets like nauseous for people, let me know. Otherwise, this feels good to me. It feels weird. I think the weirdness is gonna carry me. So why are we? I'm actually gonna try to pay attention to the story because I do remember the Sylvari story being good.
I am Keith.
Not saying that other stories are not good. Hello, Lisa.
Within the dream.
Can you all do the thing? Can you shout each other out? Since everybody is mods. Just shout each other out. Just take turns. Just do a rotation.
Soon you'll awaken.
You could honestly just like shout yourself out the whole time.
I can't explain right now. We must hurry. Something is poisoning the dream.
Thank you.
Poisoning the dream?
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course, I will do whatever I can to help you. But why me?
Your spirit is strong. Do not underestimate yourself.
The voice acting is really good.
Head to the
I like the whole general vibe, the whole motif of the Sylvari race of vegetable people. They got a real thing going on. That's for sure. So I'm gonna roll with the action camera until it either annoys me or until I find that I really can't do without it. I've heard that most people seem to really enjoy it. Up until the point that they start fighting very large bosses, which Guild Wars 2 is not shy of introducing you to very large bosses, because the game was not originally designed, quote unquote, for the whole big boy situation. What are you doing? Where do you want me to go? You want to go in the hole? You want me to go in the bush? I don't know. It's a pretty big bush. If I can get my whole hands around that, you know what I'm saying? Hold out against the Nightmare Hounds. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Sure. It is pretty cool to me that like the action camera actually works. Like I cannot tell as of this moment whether or not I'm actually shooting physically represented projectiles. Like, I get that it's hit scan, like you shoot and then it causes damage at the other end as long as the game is calculating. But like, if I were to shoot here, if I continue shooting left trigger, is it going to left trigger? That's not a key. Left mouse button. Is it going to aim towards that thing originally? Like if I aim here, okay, so it is. So all I'm doing is selecting the target first, and then as long as it's within like a 70 to 90 degree hemisphere, as long as I'm holding down the mouse button or whatever the keybind is that I have here, it's going to aim for that thing. I could mess with that. That sounds good. Ooh, bush me. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I refuse to play that way. I don't know, man. It feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. How you feeling? How you feeling? His name is Bo Stoic. I realized while I was you know, in the bathroom of all places that I missed a huge opportunity in calling him Gross Stoic. And I'm upset with myself enough to think about it more than I probably should, but not so upset that I'm gonna delete the character, get rid of my guy's customization. Maybe I should. Like, I literally just started with him right now. Maybe I'd be a fool. So the reason why we're starting with Sylvari Ranger today, I feel like I do need to call him Gross Stoic, but Bo Stoic is fine also. All I care about is that it sounds like I'm saying Pro Stoic, but just with a different character. Maybe I'll make another Sylvari at some point and try some other profession and call that one Gross Stoic. I'm just gonna let it go, or let it grow, should I say? So I bought the it's story time. Oh, do I have to aim for the? Oh, I see. Okay, I have to aim for the markers. I understand. I'm right there with you. When I bought the expansion, I was given the curse of a level 80 booster, and I did not realize that me consuming that booster and choosing to level up the profession, sorry, I'm thinking in Final Fantasy terms, leveling up the profession that I was already set on holding for myself, or maintaining, or growing, or leveling, or whatever combination of words in the human language that you feel like putting there to fill that space. I was instantly overwhelmed. I guess something can be said for, up until that point, me progressing the personal story and then going, like, completing quests as I remember it in my original foray with Guild Wars 2. And then that crossed with this new
I was fighting a great
new knowledge that I was Faith? Then suddenly capable of literally going in any direction.
Sapling. You just woke.
That there was no universe
Faith was just here, but she
that I could not tread or go into or experience. I was now level 80. Therefore I could do like fractals and tic tacs and paddywhacks and all this other stuff and words and currencies and more words and,
be a valiant of the wild,
you know, and then I just kind of noped for a bit, and that's why I went to go play Monster Hunter World, both for its own merits, but also because my brain could not parse where it was supposed to be going or whatnot. I did save a Reddit post that gave me a general idea of stepping stones towards some kind of progression. I do better with
that's cause for celebration.
Not with theme park. Well, no, this is a theme park game. With more like linear, like show me in a general like route. Just show me a general route of things that I can complete, and you don't need to completely handhold me. But boy howdy, do I hope that you're there to give me some kind of guidance. All I know is that I ate that level 80 booster, and motherfucker, I was level 80, and it was throwing 800,000 terms and currencies and achievement boards and stuff at me, and I tried. I really tried. So that's why we're starting over. One, because I miss my Sylvari. I do remember that being my thing originally that I was big into.
Maybe to the east.
And I also like their story the most. And like a bald human person is very on brand for me. Not that I am bald in real life, but
Before we get there.
I don't know, dude. I'm not bald. My hair is short. Where am I going with this conversation? What are we doing here, huh? What is this dance that you and I perform? Monday, Wednesday, Friday, except for right now, which is Tuesday, and the reason why is because I had family time. I had family time, and I was bonding with them all of Monday, and then Friday I'm gonna be bonding again, just for an entirely different reason. And so now we're scrunching all of our normal, regularly scheduled days into one thick with 2 C's block of like consumable content cheese. You know what I mean? Hi, Tia. All right, I'm gonna shout you out. Shout out Tia Varia. Wonderful person. Extremely cozy to listen to. Very engaging with chat. I honestly, she could talk about like playing ball in a cup for hours, and I would still be into it. Same with Enemy Crab. Excellent PNG tuber. She awesome. Very good musical taste. Enjoys my beloved Final Fantasy XI, which is a topic that we'll cover at some point today, as to whether or not, or in what way I'm going to reinterface myself with that whole deal again. I've unlocked the hero panel. Huzzah! All right, this is gonna be a weird stream, chat. Not just because it's Tuesday, right? It's not just because it's Tuesday and we're streaming. We never streamed? Question mark. Never streamed on Tuesday before. But because I started off today in a weird mood. And then I chased the weird mood. I basically doubled down on it by in the background while I was definitely working, watching The Road, the 2009 movie The Road, and then chased that with The Last Samurai, the one with what's his face? Justin Timberlake. Why the fuck would my brain tell me Justin Timberlake? It's not Justin Timberlake. Tom Cruise. The fuck does Justin Timberlake have to do with The Last Samurai? Ball in a cup. I'm still gonna do that. You should.
I'd like to talk to
You should. Honestly, you could make anything interesting. Enemy, you're very good at that.
Welcome to
All right, scout me.
As you journey forth into the unknown.
Two very sad, interesting, but extremely sad movies in their own ways. Would not recommend it. But yeah, I mean, they're good movies. If you like being sad, you know, hit me up. I have plenty of recommendations. I do. I hope that everyone's Christmas was good. I don't know why my brain stopped. I just looked at Warden Arundel and I thought that she was giving me the come hither eyes, but that's just how she naturally looks. She has resting come hither eye face.
You'll encounter amazing Asuran waypoints that, for a small
Mine was
fee,
good.
allow you to
I got a capture card, so at some point, Bloodborne, I'm sure, is going to be in the cards because I want literally any excuse to play Bloodborne front to back again. Extremely fun game. Also, you know, I keep making allusions to being extremely big on Dark Souls or Soulsborne, and I am. But I don't think I've ever played anything to date on the channel that is like that. So I need to just do it. Oh, I just need to do it. I just need to do it, chat. Oh my god, the bows, man. The bows nose. Hello, NoFlo. How you doing, my friend? What was I gonna talk about? I don't know. Oh yeah, the stuff that I got for Christmas. Yeah, that's right. Thank you for reminding me. So I got a Stream Deck extra large, and that's pairing with my Stream Deck, not mini, but it's just the normal one, the MK2 Mark II, I think. And now I can just easily control my stream with the left one, the smaller one, and then I could just do annoying shit like this. I just have to remember that I have this capability now, which is why I haven't been spamming it yet, but now I can do this.
Bingo! 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 Bingo!
Why are you running? Why
It's
are
like
you
one of
running?
my Japanese animes.
Not.
It's good. It's good. Like
For the future.
play the easy course. But instead of me having to flip through like micro menus and sort it according to division, which is how I had it set up before on normal one, I now just have 33 buttons. Starting over, I see. I couldn't do it, NoFlow. I couldn't. I tried to get myself in the headspace that I just had to follow and accept this new life of mine where I had literally everything available to me. Like it was a world full of possibilities, and you can't give me that. Baldur's Gate 3 gave me that, and you don't see me playing that anymore. which is a shame because it's a wonderful game. And the same thing is with here. I need this treadmill is a thing. Is that I never thought that I would be one of those people. But I need some kind of frame of reference for what I'm doing and where it came from. You can't just dump power onto me. Like I have to learn to become one with the insane power spike that I've been given over a series of killing gods. And I definitely did not get that. I just didn't. It was just I ate an item and then I suddenly became capable of felling gods and monsters and just capable of harvesting any number of accessories and stuff like that. Which if the game sat me down and said, "Listen, idiot, this is how it's gonna go down. You have these options. This is the recommended path for you to experience the game. You do not have to follow this path. You have to just do something. Like the world's your oyster near the pearl. But these are our recommended steps." Instead, it just shat me out in like a warfare dimension. What? Jesus, what? What was loud? Which part? Please tell me, because I can fix it. I can fix it all. My voice? Is that my voice? Am I too loud? You're not going to insult me at all if you tell me I'm loud. Because I can actually change that extremely easily. I just came in and there was a bunch of alerts. Yeah, sorry about that. I was testing my stream deck. I also put a little picture matching each of the matching. Do we matcher? Matching each of the macros, the funny sounds .jpegs.
This right here is my favorite.
It's just so nice.
Ever.
It's so nice to just effortlessly reach over and
I
press
think about this all night
something
long.
that visually represents to
not
chat
sleeping because I'm thinking
what
about
I am feeling in that given moment, so that you feel what I am feeling and experiencing in real time via a funny soundbite or an ostensibly funny soundbite. Do I get launched? How do I go up? I'd like to go up, please. Like uppies. Is this up? Is this Tears of the Kingdom? Is this Elden Ring? Can I jump on this and go up? I remember there being ways to go up. I'm sure there's a very easily reachable vine outcropping. I'm an idiot. I just have to swing around. Oysters are so heckin' good. I don't remember what the trigger for that sentence was, but I want to agree with you. Oh, oysters are right. World's your oyster near the pearl. I want to agree with you, but I just feel like I don't know, man. I've had baked clams before, and I thought that those were good, but that's probably the closest that I get next to store-bought Great Value brand crab that I can get to actual fish food. Except for the fish that my dad used to catch and then bread, and then I would eat my literal body weight in it. Sneaking out into the middle of the night like a gremlin to the fridge, just eating tons and tons of it. Nobody ever called me out on it. They just sort of like accepted it and let it happen. That fish had no chance. That breaded fish, when it was in my household, in my purview, once I was aware of it, there was literally no stopping me. Who, what, where, pegging now? That was a little fast. Well, not who, I don't know. Look at him, look at me, then look at you, then look at him, then look at me. Repel the nightmare court, clear spider webs, and activate mortar pods. Is this jungle boar a nightmare court? Let's wait and see. What is this skill doing for me? 10% incoming damage and incoming condition damage. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good to me. So, yeah, I'm just finishing one of the many topics that I typically start on a given basis. I'm probably not going to do my engineer anymore, now that I know that the aviator glasses are going to carry over to my main character. I'm just probably not going to play the engineer anymore. I'm just going to let it die. I need some frame of reference. I need to chase the morals, the story as I'm going. Because from what I understand, the personal story goes through all of the expansions in a semi-natural fashion. Is this... Do I need to do anything more with the mortar turret? Hey, girl. That's one way to pedal to the metal, right, chat? Ah, fuck. So good. Duh, but NG is so fun. Once I feel like I understand the general flow of the game, I'm good. All right, no flow, shut up. No flow, stop. Stop, it's not that funny. Stop. Relax. Oh fuck.
It's like one of my Japanese
One thing I do
animes.
need to know, to learn, is how ground targeting is going to work with this. Fires an arrow that grants you stealth when it hits an enemy. Okay, sure. That sounds good to me. Yeah, so I got a capture card. I got a stream deck, extra large. I got about 50 meat snacks that I've already consumed. I got a book, which is based on the 2,000-year-old Greco-Roman philosophy that I've been practicing steadily for the last decade or so. And is a slightly worse translation of a book that I already had, but it needed to be replaced anyway. So it's all well and good. This game looks like a cooler version of WoW. Visually speaking, it looks like a better looking version of WoW. It has like the colorfulness to it. It has like a bunch of like blocky looming or looping architectures and stuff like that. It looks just visually distinct enough to be its own thing, but at a glance, if you were to show somebody that is not familiar or not very familiar with World of Warcraft and put it up against a screenshot with somebody that's seen Guild Wars 2 for the first time, it's going to be one of those situations where they're going to look and say the corporate wants you to identify the difference between the two pictures. From what I understand, it plays extremely differently. For reference, I did play World of Warcraft Classic. I played a undead mage, if I remember correctly, and that was fine. It didn't really blow my socks off or anything. Eventually, it just kind of stopped. I gave it time, but I didn't give it like the most time that it was probably due. How does it compare to Guild Wars 1? I did play the living shit out of Guild Wars 1, but I was so young and stupid that I'm gonna be honest with you, I barely remember anything. I barely remember anything about Guild Wars 1. I do remember feeling like the cool guy one time in band camp where I was playing in the middle of like a bunch of mobs or something, and I barely squeaked out a win, and by win I mean I just survived in a situation where really shouldn't have. I do remember good things in general about Guild Wars 1. There are some people that are forever saying that Guild Wars 1 is like the better of the two products. I can't vouch for that, but it is a thing that people say. I probably need to, instead of me pressing the Windows button to get control of my mouse back, I just need to remember that I have C. Like, I don't need to be pressing. I need to be pressing C to control my mans like that. I'm gonna take my hoodie off. I thought it was cold enough up here. It's not. Apparently, once I start streaming, I get really hot. I get really hot, chat. Oh man, very surprised that my neck doesn't snap in real time in front of a live studio audience when I'm doing that.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
It almost went. It almost went. So we do have a new emote for subscribers. I have the Stow Stab emote, which is like a little Pepe frog that is just absolutely stabbing the shit out of whatever's to the right of it. I love it. It's been following my normal trajectory for reasons for me setting up ads. Not ads, sorry. Freudian slip. Emotes. Which is, if I feel like I should have the ability to respond in a particular way to somebody and I don't have the emote, then I either make or I reverse engineer a public emote to fit my need, and then make sure that my my compatriots in arms has it also. I don't really want to go this way. Do I care enough about the vistas and stuff like that? I mean, this area is pretty enough that maybe I should. It's not that bad. Never mind, it's the worst. Oh, I do have the mount. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
You are blessed with a myriad of souls.
Oh my god, Hero, how you doing? Hello, Raiders. It's me, Stoic Chan, of a modern and classic variety streamer with a practical ancient self-help advice twist. If you gotta go, I do not blame you. Just instead of going, just consider leaving me at 1% volume so Mr. Bezos thinks that you're still actively consuming my content, TM. Greatly appreciate it if that's what you choose to do. If not, then then we got a problem. We're playing Guild Wars 2. My mans was also playing Guild Wars 2, I believe. Then we got a problem. I forgot I have a raid command. Exclamation point raid. Welcome to receiving, fellow meat people. Then we got a problem, LOL. Like to shout out my boy. My mans needs to be shouted out. Jukebox Hero. Stop it! Stop punishing me for my hubris. Am I gonna die? No. It's the kids that are wrong. I'd like access to my mount, please. Back in my day, we didn't have mounts. There's a hero point over there, dude. Just stop. Just fuck off. Just stop. Get some help. Oh my god, they're so strong. Am I out of combat yet, please? I would like to be out of combat presently. I want to be out of thank you. That's it. That's all he wanted. That's all Eddie Stoic ever wants, is just to be left alone. Even though we're social and rational creatures and we accept that. Do I have to commune with the water? That's a shame. I don't like getting wet. Woo! We did it!
It's like one of my Japanese animes.
Just another day for the Survey Corps.
God bless. See you later, Suck. Bye, Crab. You have yourself just the best one ever. Can you do that for me? I would really appreciate it. I would really appreciate it if you do that for me. Thanks. Oh, so the Silvari, they're fighting like the nightmare or some shit. The nightmare is some kind of perversion of this dream that all these Silvari people share. It's like the Avatar. It's like the Avatar movies, not the one where there's like a wind village. But you know. Oh fuck, I was going absolutely the wrong way. But like the one with the blue people. You know, where they're talking to Awa. And the humans are all naughty and trying to scoop up all the unobtainium. And the Avatar people are all like, you can't take that unobtainium. You're gonna make it uptanium. Then it wouldn't be unobtainium anymore. You know, you've watched Avatar. All right, dismount me. But Dwayne and I are charged with tending to the Sylvan Hounds at the kennel and Verdens, but we could always use an extra pair of hands. Are you interested in helping? How can I help? Play with the pups, find lost pack members, and kill pests that threaten the house like mosquitoes and grubs. Sounds very exciting. It does, yes. Yes, dude. We love that for us. Don't we, chat? These things are gross. And nasty. Nasty boys. I do like the vegetable wolves though. They really kind of do it for me. Is this really all at once? Wait, so you started over? Yes, dude. Yeah, yes. I can't. After you gave me the whole spiel about not starting over? Yes. You know, as it happens, I am capable of taking new information and then repostulating myself, prostrating myself in front of you. I'm capable of doing that. I could change. I could adapt. Oh fuck, the spiders are effing the hounds, dude. Gotta go help them out. We need to come up with PewDiePie noises, chat. That's what we gotta do. We gotta lure in the Zoomers. Because my New Year's resolution, which is entirely self-inflicted, like nobody decides this stuff but me, right? Holy shit, all of the hounds are gonna die. Why don't we have guards? Why is it so easy for all the spiders to kill these dudes? Holy shit. We gotta lure all the Zoomers in. That's the key. That's what my marketing managers tell me anyway. We gotta lure them in, and we have to have either some kind of like PewDiePie noise, or we need to lure them in with giveaways. And so that's kind of like why we're gonna be doing the whole Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader Steam key giveaway at some point, probably towards the tail end of the stream, so I can artificially encourage people to stay around, you know, on the promise of. I feel like it's told me that I'm done helping, but the whole pen is overrun with spiders now. What the fuck is this? It's like, yeah, you won, but like there's literally no dogs left. I'm out. I know something about that. Don't. Yeah, Sandarai, good luck with that, dude. Good luck with that. Yeah, no. Ranger, sword. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Ooh. Nice, good. Okay, what's next on the menu? Assist Valiant Kalik with the Risen. It just seems like all these general areas have been fucked for like 10 years, man. You telling me that the plant people are still fighting like the nightmare creatures after 10 years? What was I talking about before? Oh yeah, yeah. No, we need to lure the Zoomers in, and Zoomers love Warhammer 40,000. They think it's super elite and like metal and awesome and everything. So that's where we're doing the giveaway. I'll let you know when the time comes, and I'll ask you to put something in chat if you care about receiving a key. I did it. I got it as part of a promotion with a company called Dare Drop, which is a middleman company that works with developers to get hands on copies of popular game keys, and then asks people that take up their challenges or dares, hence the namesake, to complete and then earn items. Some of the harder ones typically give you Steam keys, and that's what I did. So yeah, I just want to give you guys stuff. Oh, this also comes off of the other topic that I was starting and then just unceremoniously dropped, which if you're familiar with this channel at all, is just how this rolls, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna rapid fire go between topics without finishing any of them, really. I do have ADHD. I'm pretty on top of it, but when I try to think about 5 different topics simultaneously, it's hard for me to not randomly link them together and then hybridize them with brand new topics that are only tangentially related. Burn undead corpses, smash Noxus plants, protect wardens. Okay, that sounds good. Just give me a general hemisphere, and I'll do it to it for sure. I'm gonna try to get 20 to 25 CCV, which stands for concurrent viewer count, regularly within a half year from now, which should be achievable as long as I don't start any sentences and then finish sentences that begin with "I'm not a sexist, racist, but," and then it should be it should be within the realm of reasonability. I think I can do that. I've done that pretty good so far. Stinky plants is stinky. Because then, if I get 20 to 25 CCV, what happens is that corporations will look at their stat sheets and say, hey, there's this new guy around town called Pro Stoic. We should see if he's willing to talk nonstop about our product for the sake of short-term gains. And then I'll say, hell yeah. And then that gives me an avenue to give you free stuff. And that's ultimately what I care about, is just through whatever avenue I can, whether giving you self-help advice on demand via the Say Something Stoic redeem in chat, or through physical products. I'm helping you, not physical, digital in this case, because I'm not physically giving you anything except the serotonin in your veins. Is this, if I kill this troll, is this considered protecting a warden? We'll see. No, it does not. I no longer waste my time. Global warming from all the engineers using their crude oil causing tree nightmares. Exactly right. That's why I'm not playing engineer anymore, is because I'm trying to save the world. One bow shot at a time. It's all up to me. It's all up to me, dude.
I don't give a shit!
So there's not going to be any stream on the 29th. So we're going to be, even though it's going to be interesting for me, because I normally like to give myself a day in between the streaming. Because believe it or not, even though I talk non-stop during my streams virtually, like there's only a few times where I pause champ, and that's honestly just when I need to like take a drink of something or go to the bathroom. It is difficult for me to talk this much. personally, I don't really talk at all. If I could at all help it, which sounds crungo to hear myself say out loud, but is nevertheless true. What is this? Push back your foe with a blank shot. Oh, that's right. I wanted to be in. That's right. Where are we at? Did we win? I've completed the objective. I tried to avoid talking whenever possible, partly because it's always been psychologically tiring for me, which raises a lot of questions about why I want to be at least a part-time streamer. More, obviously, but my current trajectory is aiming to be part-time if possible. And then I can slave away for the man using some other job to fill in the other part-time half of it. That seems doable at some point, right? What was it talking about? Global war. Oh, a bunch of gaps. Yeah. That's why I run music, because I'm horrible at just rambling without focus. I do have a skill, I will say, and I'm not. Oh, this is teaching me how like traps work. Yeah, no, I'm good. Open the chest for me. I got mighty studded boots. We love that. I meant to do that. Give me a second. I do have a skill of being able to summon things to talk about, just based off of whatever's at the top of my mind, and randomly link subjects together in a way that is probably at least semi-coherent. I mean, you be the judge. I don't remember that. That's definitely a jumping puzzle of some description. The issue with that, though, with me having that ability, it also means that you experience what you've been experiencing for upwards of 7 to 8 months as a regular consumer of my content, which is that I start topics and with the full intent on saying something, and then something in the topics that I say reminds me of some other thing that I wanted to talk about, and then apparently, like, the Rim World priority system that runs my brain is just like, this is the new priority, so you need to talk about this before you finish talking about the original thing that you were talking about. And then I'm like, are you sure? And then my brain is like, you're literally already talking about it. Like, I'm making you talk about it now. And that happens that happens over and over again, to the point that I may have completed about 3 of the 5 topics over the course of like 20 minutes. Which, if I was on the receiving end of that, it would be infuriating to me. Who wants to listen to that? Why are you listening to that? Why are you here? Why are any of us here? How do I say words and you understand what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Am I supposed to be helping this stag? The power of the human language is weird, man. I had this conversation with my wife about how I can say things or like make gestures towards my dog, and how it's insane that my dog understands what it is that I'm trying to get her to do. I'm not crazy, right? Like, is that a crazy thing to think about? For example, I taught my dog how to do wordless tricks. Just by with simple gestures of my head, I can get her to do things like roll over or lay down, or I can like extend my hand towards different surfaces like a couch or a chair, and she'll know to jump up on it. And I taught her that at least 30% because I could, but also 70% in the extremely rare circumstance where I would need to like introduce her to somebody that's nonverbal, because I worked with special needs populations in the past, so it's like I'm already sort of thinking along those terms, like at least 10%, 5 to 10% of my mental capacity devoted to that. That the child or whomever that is nonverbal would still be able to have the pleasure of getting my dog to do simple tricks. Okay, I'm out of game, so if you need something, yell my name. Like, how loud should I yell it? Should I yell it in like a... Like, what way should I yell it? I guess is the better way of saying it. I can't yell it in like a sexy way, because then... Like, I'm at my parents-in-law's house, and they know that I'm very strange, but... I don't know how geared they are for that. Gestures are a part of training, actually. Well, that's good. Then I'm already right there. I'm already doing the thing. I also taught her teeth. So if you say teeth, she knows that you're going to be messing with her mouth, and I did that early on because I know that if you're a vet and you're trying to check out a dog's mouth bits, some dogs do not like that. And so, you know, teaching her from an extremely early age to be more tolerant of stuff like that was a very good idea. I don't know how we got onto this conversation, but I'm gonna keep rolling with it. Take a blossom. Like to take a blossom. I already have a blossom in my inventory. It would be harmful to plan to take more. What am I doing with this? Am I going up? What am I doing with this? I think I have to go up there. Maybe. This is the way.jpg. I hate it. This puzzle's broken. It's stupid. That is a jumping puzzle? Why is it like this? I need my flashing lights. I need the game to hold my hand. Hello? I'm like a plant person. Why can't I like bond with this plant at like a neural level and cause it to make like a beanstalk? Why is it set up like this? It's only active at certain times. What do you mean? What do you mean active at certain times, man? I'm ready right now. There's a mod for that. It is legal. It's called Blish. What? I want to do this. I know I can do it if I get up to the little rocky outcropping. And then I'm gonna take my mount over. Oh my god. Oh my god, I was right there, dude. You know what? This is gonna be the stream. This is gonna be the stream. I can feel it. Dude. Dude. There's gotta be another way. Leave it alone. Or you do it. Kahlua Ragstorm. I believe in you. Have at it. Do the hero point. I am doing the hero point, man. I'm going up to it. I already got the... Is it in my inventory? Is that what it wants? Oh, shit. Oh, it's not... Oh, okay. All right. I understand. I understand. You need the hero points? It didn't tell me it was an item. I thought I had to take it up to, like, the middle part or something. I'm just a simple country boy. Simple country plant man. I don't know nothing. I do know I need to get a bank, though. I need to go to my bank so I can... Are you a bank? You're not a bank. You are a trading post. I'd like to take everything. Currency exchange? No. Okay. I'm good. Bank of America. Is there a Bank of America up here? You gotta read? I spent enough time reading in college. I ain't about all that. I need a giant flashing arrow pointing to the mounts are not allowed in this area. You've been dismounted. Hello? Level 3. Don't mind if I do. My dog's got it. I'm good. Did I finish any of the conversations I started before? I just don't remember. How's your stream, Felicity? Did you enjoy Little Misfortune if you're still here? Is it just Misfortune or is it Little Misfortune? It's a game that I think that my wife would like because she's huge on point-and-click adventure games. And that seems very pointy and clicky and adventure-y. It's so sad I mean, I would be into that. I'm into anything that makes me feel anything. Which is it's very hard for a video game to make me do that. It occurred to me about halfway through that she was just gonna put me on a loop. Oh my god, we're small. Oh my god. Look at me go, chat. I mean, you can't exactly explain to me what the story of Little Misfortune is and why it's like sad. I probably will not play it. I will admit to you right here, right now, on the day of my daughter's wedding, that I probably will not play Little Misfortune. But you know, you can tell me about it. I saw bits and pieces of Lil playing it. And it seemed to have darker connotations to it. It's very, very cute. I mean, the art style is good. To the Moon, that I know why it's fucking sad. And I'm honestly surprised that Lissa played it. Not because it's not good. It is good. It's just it's a game that I know is phenomenally sad. Okay, I think that the thing that I got is a ground target. So how does this work? Oh, that's easy. Okay. That's pretty satisfying with the action camera, dude. +1. Oh, it's so good. I think I'm gonna like this. I think I'm gonna like the... I mean, I like the Engineer too, right? Engineer was fun. But Engineer also didn't have like an AoE arrow rain. Unless it did, and I'm just stupid. Oh, spear guns and everything, and compacts and deposit all materials and enhance mighty gloves. You got it right, puppy? Yes, I do want this. Equip me. I want to soul bind it. Absolutely. I also want to eat my stone leather until I get my hands on my shit again. Would be good. Longbow, yes. Ragamuffin bandana. Do me.
Come here.
This act of me putting on a bandana is brought to you by HelloFresh. Ride the Walrus. Ragamuffin cape. Oh my god, it looks so cool. I don't like how it's covering up my face, but it's alright. It's okay. Like the disable action camera for a moment. I need to remember that it's a very easily accessible key for me. And then it goes right back on. Merry Christmas, Stowbro. Now cry and let your wife play. She's downstairs. She's having a good time with her parent. I almost said parents-in-laws. That's not who they are. They are her parents. They are my parents-in-laws. I know how the hierarchy works. I know where I am. I promise. She's downstairs. She's occupied. What is this? Oh, it's 10 seconds long. Okay, that's fine. I can roll with that. I do need a bank. There's an XP booster that's in there that I've apparently had for like 10 years, and I didn't. Not cry and let your wife play. You did not. 60 new items in your inventory. Did you send me something? I have one trade on hold from my pending gifts. You did not. This thing better be on sale or you're getting a spanking. And not in the fun way. You can find a bank via crafting stations in part 1 of Caledon. They're on sale. Okay. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that.
Seize the moment.
Seize the moment.
Take care of yourself.
Hey, you can seize Bofa. I'm just kidding. That was kind of rude. Defeat undead, revive territory markers, rebuild fortifications, and spar with the local wardens. Sounds good to me. Wow, you get a lot of experience, huh? For these? I do one regret that I do have about starting over is the fact that I won't be able to get my mech job on my ranger. Like there's no specialization. Not that I have any real experience with any of the specializations, period, because they just flatly weren't a thing when I originally played, like 8,000 years ago. Is that I'm not gonna have like a little mech boy. I'm not gonna have like a little mech lord. I'm not gonna be able to play like Armor Core 6 in my Guild Wars 2, which is fine. Like engineer is the only job that I've ever played, period, except for right now and maybe like 2 seconds of thief about 1,000 years ago. So I'm due to try something different. It's honestly not terribly far psychologically from playing a different weapon in Monster Hunter World.
This guy stinks!
No, you stink. Hello, Fusklit. It's not terribly different than playing like another weapon other than the one that you're accustomed to. Like it's gonna feel scary for you to play anything else. But it really isn't that bad. You just gotta break yourself out of it. Pardon me. Next one. We take those. I asked people a little misfortune or Franbo. They said to the moon. To the moon is for, and this might sound derisive, and I don't mean it to be. It's very good for a RPG Maker game. There are a lot of RPG Maker games that are extraordinarily good. It's just hard to find the ones that haven't already hit popular culture levels that are good. To the Moon is one of those that I think definitely got some notoriety, but still kind of flew enough under the radar that not everyone is aware of what it is, which is a shame because it seems like it's very good at touching on a lot of important themes that I think otherwise would be missed. What am I doing here? Gather lavender, sand piles, build scarecrows, return to escaped Siamos. I definitely know what that is. Protect harvesters from nearby threats. So true. It's pretty fun, man, not gonna lie. Shooting all these arrows and whatnot. Got something here. I don't necessarily know if this is me protecting the harvesters or whatever. I don't know if it's like a harvester from like the Dune series, critically acclaimed Dune series. I don't know why everyone is so shocked that I didn't cry. Like it has heavy theming, but it's like if you're like me, I probably would not cry because I'm emotionally dead inside. Well, that's not true. I just think about why I feel the way that I do about everything at all times, always. And my personal philosophy informs literally everything that I say, think, or do on a moment-by-moment basis. But not everyone is trained like that. The game that makes me cry is The World Ends With You. I don't know if there's any game that's made me cry except for, and this was definitely an at the time thing, Final Fantasy VII, when, spoiler alert for like a 25-year-old game, Aerith dies. That made me cry, and then I don't know.
Busy. I could use some support.
What is this thing that I'm holding? Nothing? Okay. Sounds good. What am I protecting? It said I was supposed to protect the harvesters against something. It seems like they're doing fine. I feel like they're just giving me odd jobs to do around town. Can I dig something? No. Can I go F myself? Is that an option? Are you a threat? Oh, that is helping. Is it? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Read the letter from the end of Silent Hill 2. I did not see that. I do remember there being a hole there and it's gone now. The only Silent Hill that I played to completion was Silent Hill 4. The Room. And I thought that was fucking awesome. I know that it's not it's not the most popular of these Silent Hill games, but for me, it was good. It was also one of the only Silent Hill games that were available back when you could go to your local video game rental establishment and pick them up. I'd like more things to kill, please. And literally anything will do. I'm not picky. Just whatever. It does give me more ideas for things that I'd like to play on stream. I don't worry a enormous amount about how I invest my time into what on stream, like what games that I play. Chiefly because Final Fantasy XI at one time was not really like a known quantity. It didn't really have much of a presence before private servers. But it didn't really kick off to scale until Horizon 11. And then I just played that because it's what I was doing. Like I was going to play Final Fantasy 11. I decided that I needed to stream it anyway. And that was basically the gist of it. That was the beginning and end, farm to table, reasoning. But I do make myself cognizant of trends based off of really generic research into what Twitch says would be a good fit for me, and is also in line with games I'm naturally inclined to play. So that's why you saw a lot of the Against the Storm.
On the Weeping Isle in Bentry Bay, the soundness of
I can't even remember what games that I played recently other than Guild Wars 2 and Final Fantasy 11. There's other games that I played on stream. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure this whole thing out, dude. Still trying to get a feeler for it. When that whole DMCA wave thing started happening, it really messed me up because I didn't. It's honest. Okay, so the DMCA wave that hit all the Final Fantasy 11 private server streamers, mostly Horizon 11, which is a private server that I was playing on, but some other streamers on like Eden were affected and so on. That to me had the same psychological effect as me pounding back the level 80 the level 80 booster did in Guild Wars 2, and that might not make any sense at first, but just let me cook. So before I had a trajectory, right? I had a Final Fantasy 11. This is all part of the weird mood that I described earlier in the stream, by the way. I'm gonna be talking about like maybe personal things more personal more often than before. So if you like this new flavor of whatever the fuck it is that I do on this digital streaming platform, make sure that you follow. It's free and it tells you when I'm around. Huzzah. I had trajectory. I knew that I was going to be playing Final Fantasy 11, and then I could like throw in some variety occasionally because I didn't want to just play only Final Fantasy 11 forever. I'd like to build a magic snowman. Now, it's no longer reasonable to consider it safe. I know I can pick up the snowballs and throw them. I'm not going to do that because I'm a wild card. I make a snowman and then I walk away, no explanation. Let me check out what's going on in chat because I zoned out real hard for a second there, and I'm not fully cognizant of everything that I said. All I know is that I was looking at quest markers and stuff on my mini map and just kind of talking at the same time. To the Moon only bothered me for the characterization of someone with Asperger's autism. I don't blame you there. Read the letter from the end of Silent Hill 2. Read that. So the thing that hits me regardless, it's always about the loss of a best friend. I could feel that. Or all of Angela's story and Silent Hill 2, because damn. This may make me a pariah in Silent Hill 2 circles. I have never completed Silent Hill 2. I'm aware of it. I watch retrospectives of it. I know, generally speaking, what the story is about, what the main character's motivations and trials and tribulations are, but I've not played it myself. I played the shit out of Silent Hill 4,
That's to be
The
expected.
Room.
In time, with more practice, you'll be able to
I did not watch any of the Silent Hill movies. I watched a couple retrospectives in Silent Hill 3. I actually played about halfway through Silent Hill 1 on the PlayStation, if you can believe it. And then the other Silent Hills I knew to just stay away from generally. I heard that the one for the Wii was fine. That wasn't gonna blow your socks off, but that they at least tried to do something interesting with the whole you talk to the psychologist and based on of your answers is going to affect how your fears are manifested in the day-to-day gameplay. I'm just punching this jellyfish, don't mind me. But Silent Hill has always been something I've respected a lot. That whole series. Like I touch on occasionally, anything that makes me feel something, I'm all about. And Silent Hill do make me feel some kind of way. Mostly sad after 4 and everything that it's been turned into. Including but not limited to pachinko machines. And whatever the hell the choose your own story type release that Konami did recently. I don't know about all that, man. I don't know about all that, dude. I know to just stay away from it now. As long as Konami has their claws in Silent Hill in general, I just know to stay away. And I wish it did not feel that way. And yet here we are. Hey, it's all good. You will feel things, because I would say the side character's story really enhances the main characters. I might play it. I mean, I have the equipment to do it. I have the completely legal emulation framework to get that going. So it wouldn't be difficult for me. Do I have a animal of some description underwater? I do not have the equivalent of an underwater wolf. I understand. I'm sure that there's going to be some kind of pet related acquisition quests, which if it's anything like catching Pokemon, I'm probably all about. Oh, so the channel direction, right. That's what I was talking about. So it's difficult for me to say. You guys know me. I know you. In RP, I get kind of close to you, like hip to hip. You know how I am. I don't know how what I'm saying right now. What am I saying? I don't know what I'm doing. And that's not like a cry for help. I know I'm literally letting myself get spanked by a jellyfish in real time. Just so I can make a positive impact on a diver right now. Like ever since I've been reasonably scared away from playing Final Fantasy 11, I've kind of been playing whatever seems good to me, and I know that that's not terribly far from what a lot of streamers do by default. But there was a comfort in Final Fantasy 11 that is not replicated by a lot of the games that I've been playing recently. There's not infinite growth in Final Fantasy 11. I mean, the Horizon 11 server is great. And if you could be fucked about anything that I'm saying, I apologize. I'm just kind of letting myself go off. I'm just letting myself talk. What is that? Are you good? What's wrong? Why are you guys crying? Are you okay? I don't know why they're crying. I'm working as fast as I can. I don't know why you're getting upset with me. We do have a pretty good lineup of games that I can throw in kind of like a rotation. There's not really any point. I'm not asking chat to like fill in the blanks just because we finish each other's sandwiches. I don't know if I'm gonna roll with Guild Wars 2 indefinitely, or if I'm going to return to Final Fantasy 11 in some way. And even then, I shouldn't. Like, that's the thing, is that I feel so... Don't touch my sandwich, too late. I already licked it. The fucked up part, Bailey, is I licked 4 sides of the sandwich. Like, I picked up the top part of the bread, and I licked the top and the bottom, and then I put it back down, and then I flipped it over and did the same thing with the bottom piece of bread. It's really messed up. I had no reason to do that. I just did it on an inclination, and I proceeded to lick all the plates in your kitchen. Now it feels like Guild Wars 2, where because of the DMCA wave reasonably affecting my mental, and that I no longer can ever feel truly safe playing Final Fantasy 11 on a private server again, which was never safe to begin with. It was against TOS to be playing on the server that I was. The only time that it's TOS to play on the Final Fantasy 11 private server is if Square Enix says, I, Square Enix, and my legal department say that it is okay for you to play on this private server, and then sans the name Horizon 11, right? Unless they say that, it's not okay. So even if Square Enix never submits a DMCA or cease and desist to Horizon or whatever, Twitch at any time could have a real person look at the category and then, I guess, in tandem with Square Enix, identify who's playing on a private server versus who is not. So I'm in a weird headspace to begin with today in particular. and I'm in a weird headspace going into the new year. I mean, this get ready for this. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter like how I grow my channel or in what way. And I don't mean that in the nihilist sense. I mean that one way or another, if there are people, it's telling me there's a merchant here. I don't believe it. No, that's just a hut. I misread the minimap. That's just a hut. That's not anything. It's literally nothing. And people that are going to be staying for me are going to be staying for me. They're going to be inclined to listen for the maybe the 2 to 3% of the time where I'm saying things that possibly hit close to home for them in a positive way. And I don't need to be playing any particular game in order to do that. In order to be that person for them. Because even though it seems like it's parasocial, and in a way it is in the technical frame of the word, where if you're not saying anything but you feel like you're developing a relationship with your streamer, that's what parasocial means. As long as I'm rolling with my core mission of ostensibly improving the lives of whomever is listening to me, that's ultimately what I want, and that's what I should be focusing on. And the reason I got out to this train of thought is because there's a non-small number of Final Fantasy XI streamers on private servers that feel like they're obligated to play Final Fantasy XI despite the risk of them getting annihilated. Like, so even if they were already affected before. So there were some people that were DMCA'd and they continued to play even though like 90% of their channels was wiped. Like all the VODs gone related to Final Fantasy XI. They kept playing because they felt as though they didn't have a choice. Like they were, and some of them were like, this is a comparison of me playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure, and this is when I'm playing Final Fantasy XI, and you can see the line goes way up. Based off of my philosophy, the line itself does not matter, and it's hard for me to. It's been hard for me to keep my eyes on that sometimes. Particularly today for some reason, because of this weird mood that I've been describing, that I've been in to start. Sometimes I feel like I lose sight of what I feel is actually important, and I let things like concurrent viewer count and lines going up and down and channel by channel comparisons and market research and yada 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 kind of control my brain a little bit to have more. Oh shit, I'm supposed to go backwards. I'm not supposed to go this way. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but we'll go back, we'll complete the heart, and then we'll go back into town because I need to collect my stuff at the bank anyway, and I'm assuming there's going to be a tank in my home region, my plant city, as it were. I was watching a video about this sort of thing from renowned YouTuber Josh Strife Hayes, and he was answering questions, and somebody asked, how do you deal with people, or how did you deal with people looking at, like, self-comparing to other channels? Like, how do you deal with you avoiding comparing yourself to other people, or having other people compare themselves to you in some way that's supposed to like belittle you or whatever? I've never been treated that way, but it was part of the question. And Josh said that what you're looking at as far as growth is concerned, and this applies universally, when you're thinking about your own growth, there's a human tendency, which I agree with, to compare yourself against someone that is just necessarily much further along, and whatever skill or craft or whatever it is, or social media or Twitch or what have you, than where you find yourself in. A person that is, and in Stoicism, a person that is puffing themselves up on account of some external factors that they have is losing sight of what's important in the moment, which typically is using whatever platform that you have for the greater good in some way. So it honestly doesn't matter as long as you stay true to yourself, do what comes naturally to you, avoid saying things for its own sake, and just try to keep your eyes on the prize, which is just being a good person in a public way. Your audience will find you, and that resonated with me. I want to go up. Can I go up, please? It's on top of there, but how do I get up there? It is a jumping puzzle, it appears. It do be a jumping puzzle. Say no more. I don't think I need to complete these for 100% completion, and I'm not saying I'm going to be going for 100% completion anyway. How about JoJo Siwa's Worldwide Party? I don't know about that one. That sounds good to me, though. It does, it does. So far, so good. It's not like the fucking... I fucked it. It seems alright. You'll feel things, you'll feel things. Yeah. Yeah. You right. You right. I think Good Wars 2 is good. I think that eventually with time, it's always going to be that one spot, huh? I feel like with time, I will learn to appreciate it as much as Final Fantasy XI. I can't really say that it's going to replace it ever, not that it necessarily needs to, nor could it, because Final Fantasy XI has such an insanely deep place in my heart, and not just from nostalgia or the fact that it's been responsible for a lot of my formative memories, but also because I can like go back there right now if I just play Horizon 11. Woo!
Not.
Bing, 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 bingo!
Hey, that's pretty good.
Poggers! The Tree of Legend. There is a part of me, I'm gonna be bouncing around like on topics over and over again, chat, like worse than I normally am, and I apologize for that. If you as a person finds that annoying, I have no excuse. I have no defense for you. I cannot help you. Today is just gonna be one of those days. Just let me cook. Let me say things. I'm just gonna be rifling off basically how I'm feeling at any given moment. Just because of this weird mood that I'm in that I keep talking about over and over again. I know some of you don't mind, but although I don't keep track of how many people are in here for psychological reasons, because again, the number does not matter as long as I'm making a positive impact on those that are choosing to stay for whatever reason. It's just gonna be weird. Skyrim jumping. I don't think I need to go this way. I think I could just go the other way. I don't think I can get up there yet. No, I can. I just have to go around. I cannot go around this way. Am I a fool? Yes. I can't even imagine the kind of insanity it would have required to make mounts balanced and usable in virtually every area, and yet still have like the normal laws of physics apply, like like the amount of future proofing or reverse engineered future proofing they would have need to done, for example, to stop me from engaging in my worst impulses to break the game. Okay, I guess we go this way. I remember this. I remember this place being hell for me. Remembering where things were. Join the competitive JoJo Siwa worldwide party speedrunning community. I don't even know what it is. Is a thing. What is it? Like, give me a genre. And then maybe we'll talk. If it's an RPG, you've had my interest, now you have my erection. Sorry, HelloFresh, ride the walrus. Oh fuck, dude. Let's just do the advert now. How about that? So you're human, right? And humans, canonically, according to the lore and the stories, are you mining wood? I'm not even gonna ask, dude. Humans like food, and humans like it when they spend the least amount of caloric content in order to acquire food. And what's least caloric burning than having food shipped to you? And that's what HelloFresh is. You know? You can click my link or use my code. That's getting spammed by my bot is in my About Me section. Is on screen, so on and so forth. I would like to grab. Oh, I don't have to go up there. Okay, I got it. And get free breakfast. 1 breakfast item per box while the subscription is active. The very first order of HelloFresh benefits me. You get 4 meals for around $22 is like the minimum. Heavily discounted with my promo code. And then you can set it to skip your next meal while you wait to decide if it's going to be your thing. And if it's not, then you just cancel it. There's no fees or contract broken emails or anything like that. Nobody's gonna like come by and break your kneecaps or anything. You get food. I get monetarily supported. And then we pog. And then we pog in creepy unison. Ain't nothing more American than that. Yeehaw. I guess I'll keep going with the stream of consciousness talking. I don't see, I will say as of right now, based off of my very gentle and mostly spontaneous re-entry into the Guild Wars 2 universe, I don't foresee myself becoming a Guild Wars 2 streamer. Fuck. And that's the reason why, dude.
Get the fuck out of my room! I'm playing Minecraft!
God.
Berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream. Berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream.
And it's not, it's I joked about it, but it's not because of the jumping puzzles. It's not. It's getting me there. Enjoy your complimentary flashbang. Oh, I think it's, I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's not, it's action oriented in a way that is fine for me, but it reminds me a lot of, don't you insult the Guild Wars 2 streamers? I'm not. If I say anything insulting, I actually mean it about myself. I don't mean it about you guys. I'm not in my right mind right now. I'm just saying words. What a douche this guy is. Stop. Stop. I mean, I love Guild Wars 2. I love Guild Wars 2. Look at how much I love it. Yeehaw. Here I go.
What are you
Here I go on my dinosaur. On my dinosaur riding around. It's not turn-basedy enough for me. Like the alternative is for me to stream Final Fantasy 14 instead of Final Fantasy 11 because I ain't fucking playing Final Fantasy 11 retail. I'll tell you that right now. I'm just not gonna do it.
I don't give a shit.
I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. You can't make me do it. You can't make me. I won't touch it. The only maybe at some, if I'm feeling like possessed by forces beyond my understanding, I will maybe like boot it up during like a free weekend just to see what happens to my Lord and Savior campaign. Like the whole campaign system to see whether like people are even bothering with it or if that's even like a mechanic anymore. Like it just pure. What is this? Where am I? Oh, it's up there. That's what I'm trying to find. Okay. The ice cube is meowing to me. So trying, like, dipping my toes into Final Fantasy 14 would make sense to me as like a jumping point from Final Fantasy 11 to Final Fantasy 14. But I wasn't really huge on Final Fantasy 14 either. Now, granted, it's decidedly different now compared to when I played it originally, because I played it up until about a quarter of the way through Stormblood or whatever one it was with the trailer with like the dancing lady in like red dancer's clothes. Am I supposed to jump down here? What am I doing? Is this good? Is this what it wants? Apparently. Where's the ladder? How do you get into this home? I guess you grow to like it.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
What the fuck?
Oh. You mean the dancer? Yeah. Is that Stormblood? I mean, 14 isn't turn-based either. It's not, but it seems to be more turn-basedy than Final Fantasy, or sorry, 40 and Slip, than Guild Wars 2 is. And they both have merit. I'm making it sound like Guild Wars 2 doesn't have merit. It absolutely does. I like Guild Wars 2. I do. It sounds like I'm shitting on it. I'm not. I'm not shitting on it. I'm not. Okay, I'm not. Kinda. If you mean in the way there's a Holy Trinity there, I don't know what I mean. Please refer to my earlier statements about me being in a weird mood right now. I don't know what I mean. Yeah, I guess I could be describing there being something approximate to a Holy Trinity there, which doesn't really apply anymore because every job can sort of do the same general functions. Like everybody has a heal. Everybody can damage deal to a certain extent. Like there do be differences between them, between the jobs in terms of like how they, like the the veritable casino of flashing lights and sounds that comes out of them. I'd like to continue my story, please. In Guild Wars 2, yes, not in 14. There's no turn-based thing unless you play Triple Triad. Does anyone play Triple Triad anymore? What about that MOBA that you play with minions?
I'm glad that you have come.
This is crazy for me. I'm getting insane flashbacks from playing this for the first time.
This is Malomides, leader of the Cycle of Night. He is a firstborn.
He's
and
a
has offered to
firstborn.
speak with you about your dream.
Has offered to speak to you.
I would be honored, firstborn. Can you help me understand what I have seen?
It depends, young one. Tell me what you've seen.
I see
saw
a
glorious white stag in a
double
forest.
beef patty, special
feared for
sauce,
its
lettuce,
safety.
cheese, pickles,
When I was
onions on a
told
sesame
white
seed
stag
bun.
had been seen in the Caledon forest, I remembered
What
the
does it
image from your
mean?
dream. Such a thing cannot be a coincidence. In your dream, what happened to the stag?
I don't know. I just knew that the animal was in danger and I wanted to save it.
It's a stag.
A white stag was seen near the Verdants. Stalk it. It holds a mystery, but beware. What is in the dream is not what takes place in this world.
True.
That's Cap.
What we see in the dream often sends us places we did not intend to go.
That's also Cap.
Be on your guard.
I don't know if I'm going to like I just don't know, chat. You're gonna hear me saying that a lot, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just basically bouncing between games that I know that happen to do well for me. But I feel like there is a loss of some description. Does this take me up? Yes. In my temporarily shifting gears because of this DMCA wave thing that I keep over and over again muttering about, where I need some kind of anchor. I need something to focus on for like indefinitely, like just a game to play and have that be my thing at least 2 to 3 nights out of the 4 nights I regularly stream. Because right now, my schedules just tell everyone who is so inclined to look that I'm variety, which is true.
Listen. Feel.
But if I was on the receiving end of that, and I was a new person looking at my channel and deciding whether I should even consider spending time with this person, I would look at that and I'd be like, okay, well that fucking doesn't tell me anything. Variety is literally anything. It could be anything. Like he says, it says classic and modern in his self bio, but what does that mean? What do the numbers mean? So essentially what I'm saying is I'm gonna kind of bounce. I'm gonna keep bouncing around until the path exposes itself to me in spectacular and sexy fashion. And then I'll just all in. I'll just all in on that front. Who knows, man? Maybe Square Enix will endorse Horizon 11 officially. Maybe I'll go back into the category and do what people are ostensibly doing now, which is like if they want to stream in the category but know that it's not safe at all, they just put themselves in the Final Fantasy 11 category, but they don't make any mention of private servers at all, and then they just sit there and hope that nobody calls their bluff, which is perfectly reasonable to presume that nobody's going to call their bluff. I'm still of the opinion that whoever caused the DMCA wave was just a guy. I don't think it was by Square Enix or anything like that. I just don't. Like, all signs point to it just being a guy, and we'll never know if it was just a guy or not. I was doing the DMCA claiming. It's kind of pretty. I'm gonna take a swig of my coffee. I'm definitely not going to be going the divine protection route that some streamers were doing, which was like continuing completely business as usual, just keeping Final Fantasy 11 or Horizon 11 prominent in their stream title, which is how the Horizon 11 private server wants you to list your stream, to have Horizon 11 somewhere in the title so that they, like, their bot automatically collects the information and then populates their, you know, these people are streaming channel on their Discord. Oh, Black Lion Exchange Specialist. I need banker. Banker is down. This is gonna drive me insane. Can I just jump down here? Is it safe? That's not too bad. I need to keep going down? No, I need to go up. No, I need to go to the side. Okay, I understand. Say no more. At the same time, it's been good for me to stop playing Horizon 11, not just because I was getting close to the point where I felt like I needed a break. Okay, apparently I just have the one slot. Very good. But because it was the perfect opportunity, and still is, to show my ability to retain and grow a community. What am I doing? Enhance my chest piece? I just need to move these things out of the way. And I think I've proven that to myself, that I don't need Final Fantasy XI in order to sustain a community of some description. Because I see quite a few returning faces in general, and I'm endlessly grateful for that. No Flow is the most prominent of all. All hail No Flow. I get that I can use a greatsword, but I'm a ranger. I'm not a sworder. So why would I do that? Why would I do that?
At your service.
Mighty Helm Chan. I think I could just get rid of these. No, I want to save for later. Oh, I could just salvage these. I also need to keep pulling shit out of my bank. We'll grab the experience booster. All these sharpening stones can also go. Are these different? Soul bound to another character? Oh my god. 8 slot invisible bag. Soul bound to another. Well, I can wear the cosmetics from those. So that doesn't matter. I don't know how you soulbound taste of cakes to yourself, but there it goes. I think I should save all of these for when it actually matters, when I'm doing like high level content. I don't remember getting any of these. So that works. So I'm just gonna keep those in here. The XP I don't think actually matters. Double click to consume 3 transmutation charges or stones for 1 transmutation charge. Double click to consume 1 transmutation crystals. Okay, that's all well and good. Look at all this stuff go. Huzzah. Okay, basic salvage kit I do want. Level 80 boost package. Send it. And then the rest, I guess I just get rid of. All right. This. And this. That.
Rare loot.
Ooh. Mango pies. Required level 80. It's going to be a minute. Wow. Look at all these dyes. I'm gonna use them all. I'm gonna grab them all. I should have probably saved them to sell, but you know. The world's my oyster and I'm the pearl. Ooh. Okay. I get a celebratory die pack. I should probably hold on to it. I don't know what looks good and what doesn't. This is I've proceeded to fuck myself. I have no frame of reference for any of this shit is. Or what I should keep versus what I shouldn't. So I'm just gonna put it all in the trash. 5 teleports to friends. That sounds good to me, dog. What is this? I guess I just put it right back in the bank. I'll keep the 250 Mystic Salvage Kits on me. I don't think I should use them right now because they seem pretty effective. But I'll put all this crap back because I can't use it anyway. Apparently my character just doesn't understand how to eat a mango pie. Which is fine, that tracks. Neither do I, brother. I feel that for you. Same.
May the stars guide you.
Alright, that's it. I just spent a whole load of time in my bank. Fucking accomplished nothing.
I hate this place.
Ooh.
This zoo. This prison. This
fuck.
Reality.
Up me. Up. Take me up. Run his waypoint. Let's go. I wanted to play against the storm again. Had a lot of fun with the game. It hits all the dopamine centers of my brain. It's very, I can roughly complete one round of it over the course of a stream. Chat seems to be really into it. And I do want to look for more things that have general Twitch integration. They don't necessarily need to be the focus. But I do want things that have Twitch integration associated with them. I thought about doing RimWorld. But the issue with the RimWorld is that I'm not very good at it. I have this predilection to constantly try to play it on rough, flat terrain. And then build like an open concept town. And because rough doesn't stay like even keeled forever, it's very inclined to punish you sooner than it feels. But you know, it's cute, the whole idea of playing and having your Twitch people, your viewership be like the little townspeople and whatnot. Like, it's cute. You can't tell me it's not cute. I'm assuming this is the way I have to go. No. Yes. No. I'm invading your home. The House of Rionok. So true. I love that for him. Rionok and I go way back. We go real back. Real far back. I'd like to get out, please. Frick. Makes me want to just burn this whole place to the ground. That's not... That's pretty canon for me to say, right? Return to engineer. Get the flamethrower, come back here. I'm telling you, there's unobtainium under these hills. I have so many games on my radar, chat. I have so many games. I have like 60 games on my wish list that I'm not going to buy because I already have too many games to play as is. I do want to play Thousand Arms. Thousand Arms did better than I feel that it had any right to in terms of numbers. I think it's because nobody has seen anything like it before and probably will never again. That game was a serious missed opportunity. We were completely robbed as a species for not having 1,000 arms too. Where is this last little bit? There's a Nightshade Garden. Is that where it wants me to go? I'm at 93% completion. Oh, I have to go up. Okay. I mean, at least it's kind enough to show me where I need to go. Here we go. We go uppies, dude. We go uppies. So something I've noticed, chat, is that sometimes streamers have like community nicknames for their groups of people, and I don't feel like we tribalize enough. I feel like you I feel like we all need our streamers to group us up under a common moniker, like a verbal flag, if you will. So for example, like Ventrea has her people refer to themselves as like geckos, and Boa has like welcome to the Pondesi and stuff like that. And the closest approximate that I could think of
Gold coins from
is calling people like stoics, but I'm stoic. I don't know if that would be confusing or not. It honestly doesn't fucking matter, because I'm just spitballing right now. And there is a term for people arriving at a place where stoics hang out called the Stoa Poikile. Maybe butchering that. I'm not Greek. I don't want to go down. I want to go up.
Seize the moment.
Shut up. You seize the moment. The Stoa Poikile is called is referred to as the painted porch. And if you're not familiar with why it's called that, or what I'm even talking about, the Stoa Poikile is where the Stoics originally hung out in order to talk about, you know, the meaning of life and what the point of us is, and how to become better people independent of the circumstances in which we find ourselves. That whole song and dance.
But never such amazing things as what
I have to go up or down. I have to go up. How do I go up? Do I go up here? Is this up? No, stay in the world. Or do I have to use that to go up? Yes, enter the instance, question mark. So Zeno was the original guy that came up with Stoicism, right? As you know. And he hung out at the painted porch. What is now known as the painted porch in Greece. And he basically talked to whoever was willing to listen. So he was kind of like one of the original streamers. Did I complete it? I think I completed it. Huzzah. Ooh, Grove Mat completion.
No. I
can't really spam that one.
I hit it on the mark!
Monster kill.
Transmutation charge me. I don't even have to go there for a story. And originally the people that hung around and listened to him, aka like us streamers, you know, regulars, were gonna be called Zenonians, but that name kind of sucked. And so they started calling themselves what people started calling them in general in public, which was the strange randos that kept talking about like the meaning of life shit at the painted porch. The Stoics after the Stoa Poikile. And there you have it. There's your story time. Oh, where do we go, dude? Where do we go? North? East? West? Northeast, I guess. So from what I understand, there is a point to map completion in general, that it's not considered necessarily something that you have to do. I mean, you don't have to do anything. It's a video game, right? Like, it's not integral to any kind of core completion, unless it's something that you find enjoyable, in which case it is. What it gives you is something required to build the like a vanilla version of a super weapon, an ascended weapon, relic weapon in Final Fantasy XI terms. And you get a cool title, I suppose. Which is neat. That's neat for me. And a bunch of crafting materials too. From what I remember. Oh, I already earned it. Okay. I could have just taken the bus. Where I can still do it. Her cartography titles were hard in Guild Wars 1. I do remember Guild Wars 1 being extremely unforgiving in certain aspects, that being one of them. What am I doing? Where am I going? North? So yeah, chat, you just need to discuss amongst yourselves a group name, something that you wish to be coined, so that you feel more inclined to spend an unnecessarily large amount of time spamming emotes in my chat and hyping up hype trains and shit like that. Just work it out. Just work it out and tell me what you come up with. I'd like to interact. I'm not disguised as a member of my Nightmare Court. Are you gonna dress me? I'm ready. Flashbang, warranted. Oh man. So even though I didn't spend enough time with it, I really enjoyed Rogue Trader. I put about 2 to 3 hours into it, which in the grand scheme of things with a CRPG in particular, it's pretty much nothing. Very little sense of time, very little amount of time to invest in a game like that. Most of the time, when I am... Okay, I need to pick one of these. I'll pick the one that seems harder to get. That sounds good. Most of the time when I'm free, I'm either doing a combination of a few different things. So I'm either working on improving some aspect of my stream, or plotting on how to improve an aspect of my stream. Or I am now job searching, which is a process that I absolutely fucking hate. I hate it so much. And I'm able to override how I feel for the greater good because of the philosophy that I keep harping about, right? But it's still not a natural thing for me to do in any way, shape, or form. I don't look forward to looking for work. I don't like any aspect of the process. It feels like a massive waste of time, even though I know that it's required for me to ostensibly get to a better place than the one in which I find myself. There is a certain baseline comfort to staying in a job that I'm familiar with. I'm not really super inclined to keep bouncing around jobs every 1 to 2 years. I know that it's something that is more or less accepted in American culture, just because American culture doesn't respect its workers well enough to to really make sure that there's any kind of guardrails in place for a person to feel comfortable in one job any longer. Like there's not really I mean, aside from like, even tech companies, like tech companies don't even really apply anymore because like Google used to be one of the hallmarks of places to work at, and so did Blizzard. And you looked at how that goes. I'm just kind of yammering off right now. Just kind of yammering off. What I'm saying is, for me, is that I want to look forward to the future that is vaguely suggested to be a possibility if I just look for jobs. And my wife tells me, and I love her deeply for this, my wife tells me that I will be able to find something, like I can take my time finding work to find something that I truly enjoy doing. The issue with me is
You are disturbing me.
Okay, I'm talking to you. Hang on. Don't give up. Don't give up. Is that the things that I like doing are not well paying at all. The things that I'm good at can be well paying, but I don't like. Yeah, it's which is great. It's great for me. Because the stream supports democracy and every chatter is essentially their own state, we will be known as the pro states. Yes. Yes. It's all coming together. I mean, I did give you the reins to decide whatever you felt was best. So yeah, no, go off, King. That sounds good. Tell me what you know. I see. I just want to kill one more person. That's all I need to do. So I've worked with special needs populations in the past. I've talked variously about this. But why not? There's nothing else going on. I worked with special needs populations in the past, and it's something that I'm very good at. But it was also very difficult work. Almost entirely because I've never been in a situation where I was helping a special needs population of some description or a person with special needs and ever felt as though there was an appropriate amount of resources available to me or to the person to properly support them, to make them successful. I've never felt that. It also tends to be the case that jobs that work with populations with special needs, they have insane hours and they don't pay very well. So understaffed, under-resourced, underpaid, overworked is not really like an environment conducive to anyone's growth on the receiving or providing end. For sure. Where I'm going into the goob zone, evidently. Okay. I am also in combat.
New opportunities.
I am in combat. What has me in combat right now? I can assure you, I am not in combat. Goop kid's gonna leave the goop. Oh, I am in combat. I also wanted to write. Writing is also another skill of mine. I've written probably hundreds of pages of material on applying philosophy to everyday life. And it's not, and I don't mean in the SpongeBob doing calligraphy on a piece of paper kind of way. I mean like actual content. And yet, to become a writer is a truly staggeringly insane process. Like, not everything needs to be straightforward, but certainly becoming a writer could be a little bit straightforward. I understand that there's some amount of growing pains that's associated with something like writing, because it's on some level always going to be creative, and so you're tapping into parts of your brain that are hard for other people to assess and could just be cloned with AI generative script now, which it was not something I accounted for originally, but is something that I have to account for now in my mental. Becoming a writer, it involves you at one point before AI writing on an insane amount of stuff that just you do not care about. Like, I can't just wake up tomorrow and say, like, I'm gonna write on nothing but applied philosophy, even though that's what I think it would honestly do well if it was marketed heavily enough. Oh my god. What is this? I've summoned the enemy. I don't know why that did not go. Oh, it's because I have to stop moving. That makes sense to me. Goodbye, Maxim. I did have the support of somebody that I looked up to, and I got close to writing a book once and being paid a not small amount of money for it. And it was the closest thing that I ever got to doing what I'm describing. Like, it would have been an entry point for me, I think. Maybe. If I had stopped, if I wasn't like 2 feet into a new job at the time, and I had been willing to take the risk to follow through with this book writing thing, it could have eventually, after many years of turbulence, turned into something resembling a stable job for me. Stoic, in a moment, I need you to check something. What? Are you gonna say you got my nose? And then I have to check for my nose? I'm in a weird life spot right now. I didn't mean for this to be the feeling things stream, but again, I warned you that today I'm in a weird mood, and so this is gonna be kind of part and parcel with that. I'll check whatever your thing is in a second, Boa. I'm in this weird place where I want to do something that I care about. And yet there doesn't seem to be anything in America, at least, that pays what I need in order to be even remotely self-sufficient. That's also in line with what I want to do quickly enough.
Have you brought trade?
My wife is enormously supportive, and I cannot help but agree with her on some level that it makes sense to not jump into doing something that is not stable, even if I think that it's going to eventually get me to where I need to be in terms of emotional and mental health, which sounds psychotic to say out loud. Like it sounds like it sounds bad. Okay, I understand it sounds bad.
Thank you for helping.
Give me a second. I am now playing. What is this? This is a random poison turret. Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna stay inside the frog cubicle, and then take a look at this. What is it? Boa Kumi's content is intended for certain audiences and may contain drugs, intoxication, excessive tobacco use, significant profanity, vulgarity, sexual themes. I ain't reading all that. Watching. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Boa. What is this? I poison your... I have merch. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, no, that is me. That is me 100%. Also, hello, Rands. How you doing, my friend? No wonder these frog people need help. Keep dying all the time. Yeah, man. I'm at this weird psychological halfway point. My wonderful wife has been enormously supportive of my streaming, which has been nice, for sure. It's very difficult for me to even after years of being happily married to my wonderful beautiful wife. It's been difficult for me to break out of this mentality that I've had for literally 10 years, where I do things because it seems to me to be the appropriate course of action, and not for any external reason. And that includes like on the basis of I don't know where I was gonna go with that sentence, of like supporting my significant other. I've always done things because it's the appropriate thing to do based off of me introspecting a ton on it. +1, Boa. Your clip was very good. That did. I wasn't frowning, but if I did have a frown, it would have been turned upside down for sure. I do also have a wonderful group of friends that's endlessly supportive. That's one thing I'm greatly appreciative of, and I make damn well sure that I never lose sight of that. There is a part of me that is able to kind of understand what I'm feeling, why I'm feeling it, how to get myself to a healthy psychological place, and then just outlines for me all the steps that I need in order to get myself there. It's been something that I've been trying to tap back into for honestly years at this point. But I can feel it. I can feel it there, chat. Underneath. And there was one time when I was in college that I did not mean to attack the MOA. It's my bad. Where I tapped super hardcore into that feeling. So I just got to get myself back there. It's true. It's true. That's true. And there's a point at some indeterminate period of time where I've already sorted all this shit out, where due to you and I chat having conversations over question marks, that I've determined what the right way forward is. I settle back into a schedule of some description. So it's just a matter of me getting myself to there. I can feel it in my bones.
Thank you for helping.
Can feel it. We're gonna do the giveaway in probably 5 to 10 minutes. Well, hurry up, bitch. I'm trying. I'm literally trying. Okay, instead of us pressing the Windows key in order to get access to my mouse, why don't we just press the C key, which I've set. Ornate rusted key. That's garbage. Throw it on the ground. Giveaway. There is a giveaway. I'm doing a Rogue Trader key giveaway because I'm constantly on the lookout for opportunities to earn things that I can then give to you guys freely. So if you're interested in Rogue Trader literally at all, your pro states are getting out of hand. How do we join? In like 5 to 10 minutes, what I'll do is I'll tell you to, and you'll see a prompt in chat, but I'll also say it out loud. And then you just enter the prompt. And then I press a button on a website and it randomly draws from the people who have entered the prompt. And then I whisper you on Twitch, because I haven't yet figured out a better way of doing it, the key, the Steam key, and then you just go on Steam and redeem it, and bam, you got your free video game. It's part of the reason why I mentioned I wanted to get like 25 CCV, is because it is the magic number that it seems that corporations generally look for on various sites and whatnot to give you opportunities to get things. It's not like sponsorship level, like in terms of time investment to return ratio, it's not good, but it's still stuff. Did I already complete this? No, I'm halfway. I need to go to the left. Say no more. Like the HelloFresh thing is cute. I have to actually get people to buy into it for about 20 bucks, and then they have to get their first box. That's the terms from HelloFresh, is that somebody has to order it, and then it has to ship successfully. Then, okay, we out this, or do I keep going? I just keep going, I guess. And then I get money after they evaluate that everything is kosher, and that I'm not manipulating numbers or anything. Like HelloFresh is not. I can't really. I don't know. I did read into it, but I didn't like read too deeply into it, so I'm just gonna shut up. But that's basically it. Which is neat. That's a neat, cute thing, for sure. I thought there was a heart over here. Am I going crazy? There is a heart over here. What's down here? Nothing. Everything. I have to go back. So you just sit there. You just sit there all comfy. Friendly reminder to all those involved, we're simulcasting to both YouTube and Twitch right now. So Twitch people, if you care to, if you're feeling enormously generous, click a couple things on your fun screen to go over to YouTube, subscribe to me there, and then YouTube people, if you happen to be watching on YouTube, come over to Twitch and follow me on here. YouTube does not deem me worthy of being monetarily supported on their platform until I hit 500 subscribers. Which is stinky. That's stinky poo-poo. I need to become a Moss Heart. Okay. Where is my man's? Yes. Transform me. Man, look at that swagger, huh? That's a powerful walk. No, let me play. Let me play the video game, dude. Yes. Yes. Stupid grubbuses. I stab. I stab and I punch you. Idiots. Fools. Charlatans. I thought about playing Frostpunk. Because I think that I do miss it. Like the tough thing is, and I started explaining this, and then he went into a whole tirade about like how I don't know precisely how to navigate my life right now. I can get there. I just need to spend the requisite amount of time introspecting. I've been in this general position before, psychologically speaking. I know how to get myself to a point where I can clearly identify the correct way to steer myself on my life path. I just need to take the time to do it. So I will get there. It's literally just a matter of me doing it. It does take a long time though. Most of my time, I don't know if you get this feel or not, but I do some of my best thinking in the shower. In the past, when I was helping myself through situations like the way that I'm feeling right now, I would sit in the shower until I got pruny. And I would close my eyes, and I would think about what I'm feeling exactly, what the judgments or habits I'm feeling or experiencing, how they are affecting me and prompting me to feel the way that I am. Whether or not it is philosophically consistent for me, like whether it is appropriate for me to feel the way that I am about the things that I am, such as am I feeling jealous or envious of something else that somebody has? If yes, then I just have to explain to myself that there are bad people out there who have access to these nice things, and them having these nice things does not make them good people. Therefore, these things that I'm worried about getting or possessing have no quality other than to exist. They're just there. Those things only matter insofar as what like how they're used. They're basically like resources, tools for self-improvement. Yeah. Yeah, without your support, blah blah blah. I get it. I feel ya there, cuz I do. There's a missing area there. Why do you think you're feeling that way now? I think it's just because of the crux of all these different things that I'm experiencing and feeling at the same time, kind of combining into one. Is that number one, Horizon 11 is not something that I'm able to comfortably play anymore from a streaming standpoint. I was not anticipating stopping streaming Horizon 11. I wasn't planning on stopping it. It was just a decision that was more or less made for me when the DMCA stuff started happening. And I was lucky enough to not be affected. And so when I noticed get out of jail free card, it's hard for me not to not to accept it, right? Like I was not hit like in the saturation bombing, so I did not take that for granted whatsoever. Two, I don't enjoy my job that I have now. I know that there are people out there that say that they are that like a job is just a job, and you getting nice things related to your job is what can help you get through it. And I want to feel that way. I just flatly don't. I just do not feel that way. And that leads, I have to feel as though I am getting something meaningful from what I'm doing. And I'm not getting that with my current job. Like when I worked with special needs populations, yes, I was overworked and under-resourced. But I also knew that I was fulfilling a function that is direly needed. And that's not even remotely saying or suggesting that good cannot be found in my job or other jobs in general. It's just so much of what I value, and the way that I've re-geared my brain to work, the way that I've retrained my mind to value things, is so unbelievably rooted in trying to improve myself, like improve my understanding of my own philosophy, that if I don't feel like there's room for my own growth in a position, it makes me inclined to find something else. Which is where I'm at now. Like I'm a supervisor at a retirement company, and that's fine. Like it checks some boxes for me. It doesn't pay. I mean, no job really pays as much as it should now. But it pays a sufficient amount. I'm not hurting at the moment. I mean, I'm basically like carbon neutral with student loans. Have you considered maybe volunteering after work? I did used to do that in college. Now I barely have enough energy to just exist. So there could be some minor depression symptoms. Oh, there could be that. The way that I train my brain to work, and I'll do the giveaway in a second. Like I know that a lot of you guys are waiting in the background, and you're thinking like, yeah, whatever. Send it. Where's the scene key, asshole? I'm not accustomed to thinking in terms of things like resources. I'm not used to thinking about things in terms of money. My philosophy so pushes hard against the notion that I should be inclined to care about external things at all. I should at most see them as tools in order to do good. That me feeling as though I need to, even if the intentions are pure, find a job that is better paying, so that, you know, my wife can, and I, of course, can move to a place that is more in line with her expectations of where she eventually wants to live. She's not really happy with where we're at right now. Now, for me, like I honestly do not care. I do not care where we live at all. I can exist in any space. I'm basically like a house cat hybridized with like a potted plant. You just put me in a spot and I'm good to go. As long as I'm left alone and fed and watered and turned towards light, I'm gravy, baby. One thing about understanding myself well enough is that I can tell when that same like primal instinct that told me that I was about to get kicked out of the Christian private school is gonna kick in. I can feel it. And I don't think I'm all the way there yet, but I don't think I'm necessarily far from it either. It's probably just gonna require me to sit in the shower for straight up like an hour, listening to somber Viking music. Not kidding. Open my eyes and then just fucking get to work. Oh my god. Is this what you want? You want me to go up here? Is this not the beginning of the puzzle? If not, then where is it? I know I should be helping my dog. This action camera is pretty good, dude. I do like it. I feel like in some way I'm making things more difficult for myself. The more you talk, the more I wonder if the whole variance from Loki is real. You're gonna fucking hate me and unsubscribe and never come back. But I have not watched Loki, the miniseries. I've heard nothing but good things about it, and yet I just have not devoted the time. I don't know if I'm the only one, but it's very hard for me to watch shows in general right now, even if I know that they're good. If most of the time, I only low-key don't like that. Oh, that's very good. +1. It's very hard for me to sit down and watch a show whenever I have free time and I'm willing to invest it in something that is not technically productive. I want to be playing something. A show has to grab me within the first couple of episodes for me to willingly sit down and watch it and not have something else going on in the background or playing something. The anime that stands out to me that matches most closely with that description is 86. We're like the same person. Like I feel like I need to get multiple types of dopamine running at the same time. Like I need to be doing something with my hands, or I need to feel like I'm doing, like, accomplishing something, whatever it is I'm focusing on. Okay, I have found the start of the puzzle. That is not the start of the puzzle. This is the start of the puzzle, unless I'm getting grief right now. Oh, this is it. Okay. And even then, it's like it's a carnival of situations. Because if I'm watching something, it's probably because I'm already on the computer. Because I give my wife free reign of the TV, I very rarely play anything on my consoles, period. Ooh, look at that. Woo!
The One Piece is real!
Bingo!
If I'm on the computer, and to watch something, it's very likely that I'm going to be in a position to also play something. So most of the time, I'm just going to end up playing something anyway, and then have whatever it is that I'm listening to or intending to watch on my second screen. And then if I hear or see enough that I'm getting interested in whatever the show is, then I might put down whatever it is that I'm playing in order to watch the thing. Have you seen Alt Noah Zero? I did. I liked it a lot. I did not like how this perhaps is not the appropriate term for it, how Mary Sue, the main character, was. That, like, he's very clearly just a stand-in for, we need a Deus Ex Machina to keep this story moving, because Mars, if I remember correctly, is like unbelievably OP, and so in a normal situation, if he didn't have like this insane genius of a high schooler, Earth would be overrun in 0.2 seconds. If it's the same one. I didn't like I've also seen Code Geass. I watched a lot of Code Geass. I didn't finish it, unfortunately, and not because I stopped enjoying it, but just because I got focused on other things, and enough time had passed in between that I didn't really remember anything that I was watching. I also didn't like that about Code Geass, where in like the first 2 episodes, the high schooler is showing up to some rich noble person's house, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna beat this noble guy in like 2 seconds. All I have to do is use my final chess move. I like it when shows subvert my expectations and or make me sad, preferably both. So 86 was really up there. If you have not, random chatter that has not said anything up until this point, if you have not watched 86, go to a Gray site and watch it immediately. Or Crunchyroll if you're feeling so inclined. And that's not me advocating Gray sites. I'm just saying that they do exist. They are out there, and I can't stop you from going and consuming content at said Gray site. Kill courtiers and their pets. Say no more. I did watch the entire original series of Gundam, which was admittedly difficult for me, just because of how insanely old it is. Like, there were some parts of it that honestly was good. Like, it shocked me how into it I was. Like some like the animations and everything like that, super good. The voice acting being redone, I'm certain helped out an enormous amount. But it wasn't an easy digestible experience overall. But seemingly, sorry, let me back up a little bit. Any reviewer, any retrospective person would seemingly say to you that it is required reading for you to ingest the original Gundam, for you to have any frame of reference for what's happening later on, like when certain characters appear. It was original Gundam, and then it was the kind of prequel, or the pseudo sequel that came out in late 2000s. No, I think it was later than that. It was in the last decade or so that they added like an interim, no, a prequel. They added a prequel. Right. They added a prequel to Gundam 79 ? I think that's what it was called. They added a prequel, and then so I watched the prequel, and then I watched the original Gundam series. And then I got one episode into 8th MS Team, which was next in the rung of recommendations in most of the sites and retrospectives that I watched. And it was good, and I literally stopped for no reason. The quest murdered these hobos, Stoic, say no more, fam. The fucked up part, Flispit, is that you're not far off the mark. I am a nuclear missile. All I care about is the coordinates. The missile knows where it is because it knows where it isn't. Same with me. I know where the hobos are because the hobos aren't where I'm at. Therefore, I go kill the hobos at where I'm not at. It do be like that sometimes. This is a significant upgrade to what I have already. Oh, the sigil is different. Chillfo 2 seconds after striking from its flank. Inflict vulnerability. I don't know. Ice? It doesn't even matter. Frailty is good. It doesn't even matter. Looks good to me, dude. Looks good to me. Oh, what is this? Oh shit, it has abilities. I didn't know that. I mean, it hasn't really come up too much, I suppose. Before I forget, because I've already forgot like 8,000 times, we're gonna be doing the giveaway now. Okay, let me go to my website. Let's see. Then I have to get the code up. So if you, undisclosed chatter who has been silently consuming my content this whole time, wants to participate, now's the time to say stuff when I prompt you in chat, because I'm going to give about a minute for people to enter into this thing, or forever hold your penis. Is this the right email address? I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional streamer. Nope, it's the other one. Where is this? There it is. There's the key. I haven't grown mine yet. Just give it time. You have to keep watering it. In my personal experience, that's what you have to do. You just have to keep watering it. Where the hell is my tool? Loyalty. Giveaways. Copy. Double checking my information. Okay. Now I'm going to prompt you. Or it's going to prompt you in chat in just a moment. Description, Warhammer 40k. Rogue Trader. Key, whoa. Stoic is so nice. Smiley face. Like and subscribe and buy his merch. Oh boy. All right. Create and start. A giveaway has started. Pro Stoic giveaway. 1 ticket max. Like and subscribe and buy his merch. Say exclamation point ticket 1 to buy 1 tickets. A ticket cost is 0 Stoa points. The system has its own point system that I'm not gonna deal with at all. I'm just not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna let that run for like another minute or so. You could either do exclamation point enter or exclamation point ticket 1. It'll only ever let you get 1 ticket. Stream Elements is good, but some of its programs leave some to be desired. I'm looking at you, subathon timer, that I had to do like 80% of the upkeep for anyway. So yeah, again, if you want a chance to win a Rogue Trader key, exclamation point ticket 1. And I'm going to ASMR until I hit the next... What am I doing? I have a mount. Until I hit the next point. There it is. There it is, dude. All right, how are we doing on time? 1 minute, 35 seconds. That's good enough. All right, I'm gonna close it. Let's draw a winner. Bailey Jamison.
Why are you running? Why are you running? I hit it on the mark! The One Piece is
Bing, 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 bingo.
It's rigged. It is, yeah. Sorry about it.
Man.
All right, now all I need to do is copy this key and not post it into my main chat. That's all I have to do. That's all I have to do. Bailey Jameson. Whisper. Okay. And if you could, hello, Dromney. If you could, Bailey, please immediately go to your nearest Steam section and confirm for me that you can. You know what? It is rigged. Always has been. Cox gun appears behind you. Friendship with Nofo ended. I'm now new best friends with Bailey. He gets all the keys. That's fucked up. What I just said is messed up. Wow. Wow, dude. At your earliest convenience, let me know if that key worked. It should. Unsub, do not do that. I need to continue. I need to continue believing that I can make this thing part-time and use indefinitely giving me money ad nauseum forever is this one of the many stepping stones that I need to get myself there. No, I'm not debating you into subscribing. I'm just saying it how as I sees it. Unfollow. This whole thing was a skibbity ruse. It worked. Hell yeah, enjoy your 40,000. I know a thing or two about 40,000 lore. So if you ever need a guy, I may or may not have named, and by may not, I mean I definitely did, named my character in Rogue Trader that one time in Bandcamp when we did a stream on it. The Rizzler, :3. So, and rizzing is a pretty prominent thing that happens in the 40,000 universe. Slanesh does it literally all the fucking time. Are the forces of chaos that bad? Is my question. One thing I did learn is that Tzeentch is the god of change or whatever, right? And apparently he or she, or I think it's like a bird thing. They believe in the human ability to like adapt and evolve and improve themselves. And yet the reason why Tzeentch is bad is because he typically tries to steer people towards, you know, doing things that he wants them to do, or they want them to do. I love chaos. The chaos side of the force is the best side. I always, like, with games that give me choice, which isn't a ton. I mean, the most glaring example is Baldur's Gate 3. With games that give me a choice, I don't often play. Let me finish one of these sentences, dude. It's hard for me to complete games more than once. Okay. RPGs are difficult for me to complete more than once unless I really, really like them. Like, I'm looking at you, Final Fantasy 12. If a game gives me two different routes, like an evil route or a good route, or like a sarcastic route, a la Fallout 4, which is like as close to evil as you can get, I will typically only ever complete the game exactly once, and then I fill in the blanks with the YouTube videos afterward. Because I got stuff I gotta do. So if I don't really love your video game, I'm gonna play through it exactly once, regardless of what the other routes are, and then I'll just watch a video afterward. Based. So true, based. You guys don't have to spam it. You don't have to spam it in chat like that. What the fuck? But Baldur's Gate 3, like, if I know going in that I'm gonna like it a lot, I try to pick evil routes first. because I'm going to feel inclined to be the good guy anyway. So I know that I'm going to be the good guy. I don't know if I'm going to be the bad guy. And if I'm going to be the bad guy, I'm going to see things that I would never see if I'm the good guy. So by being the bad guy, I'm seeing stuff that I may never see again because I don't know if I'm going to like it enough to play it to completion anyway. Does that make sense? I love Chaos. Chaos is, of course, the best side. Most games don't have an evil route. Still the good route, but with collateral damage. One of the most disappointing parts of Fallout 4 for me was that you were never... There was no karma system. You were allowed to be kind of like a little bit of an asshole, but that you ultimately still did the same things for predominantly good reasons. Just do a playthrough in the most stoic way possible and talk about why you chose that path. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? That would actually be a really good idea for Baldur's Gate 3. Run. Is just try to play like my philosophy of the character. I think that's a very good idea. Thank you. I will adopt it as my own, and then pretend that I came up with it. And then years down the line, you and I are going to be having a conversation, and then we're going to get into a fight, like a physical altercation, about how I took away everything from you, that I'm just riding on your coattails the whole time. And then you choke me out, but joke's on you, I'm into that. Where the hell are these skulks going? Are these helping the quests? No. I am out of the quest zone. Once again, I am asking for an outline of my general situation, telling me exactly where I should be. On rails me. Daddy, ooh woo. I need my rails. I need to be railed. I can't bring myself to be the bad guy in the game. I don't want to hurt the little pixel people's feelings. I feel the same way. It's a big part of why I feel typically responsible for being a good guy in games where I think that it has like a real bearing on how the game plays out. And there's not a lot of games like that. Like Fallout New Vegas, Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be an eternal like road marker for that sort of thing. I will say to you, in my personal playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3, that I'm still not out of Act 1, by the way. I've never gotten out of Act 1. I'm one of those people. I get so much choice paralysis out of Baldur's Gate 3 that it bothers me that I'm robbing myself of a choice forever because my choices have actual impacts, that they have consequences and long-term effects, and therefore I feel like I preserve and amber all the choices that I'm not making by not making them. By not acting, I keep all roads open forever. I guess that's the definition, basically, of choice paralysis, isn't it? But to the extent that I played my Oathbreaker evil paladin character, it's been great. It's felt pretty fucking cool. Not gonna lie. I also played through Wrath of the Righteous. Not all the way through. I have not beaten that game. But yeah, I if I'm in the mindset to just be evil, then I can be evil. But I've never experienced anything like Baldur's Gate 3 allowing me to be truly as fucked up as I could possibly can. I think that No, I'm not gonna say anything because there are people that still have not played the game yet. But you could be allowed to make some truly deeply ethically messed up decisions over and over again in that there video game. Someone clip that, please. Which one? I say a lot of things. I don't remember what I said. I need to free prisoners. I still have not seen a single prisoner. I've seen juvenile marsh drakes. Are the juvenile marsh drakes the prisoners? Probably not. Perchance I could have a single prisoner to free. Maybe they're on that hill over there. I'm coming right now. Something about railing and I can't be evil in games. I think there's a good chance in Baldur's Gate 3, I'm just gonna keep talking about it. In Baldur's Gate 3, that if I play a good character, I'm gonna feel good about it, about the whole story. But I feel like there's going to be this weird inverse guilt over the content that I'm missing, because I feel like if I make pivotal decisions that are perfectly in line with who I am as a human being, or who I like to believe myself to be, which is a hell of a sentence, I'm gonna end up being in a situation where I'm being like super paladin-y and I'm helping a ton of people, and then in the back of my mind I'm like, what am I missing if I wasn't being super fucked up right now? Which is that's a wild headspace for me, or I think pretty much anyone. I only do the bad things when it means my chosen love interest will like me more. Do it for the kink. I mean, what's her face? Lizelle. She's into some pretty freaky stuff, for sure. Shart is too, I think. I have not romanced Shart, but I did romance Lizelle. And, you know, she basically wanted to frick me. and then I lucked out on the hardest nat 20, or what was close, of my life. And I avoided being the one that got fricked. I got grenaded. Help me. This is where you want me to go? I know there's a guy behind me. I just want to do the thing. Look, I helped. Event succeeded. Gold, baby. Woo! Good game, easy. Good game, no re. Call out to the darkness. Oh, fuck. My face when I call out to the darkness. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Eat my action camera, asshole. Pew, 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 pew. Look at that, dude. Easy. Good game, easy. Can you imagine if I really talk like that? Chat, should I play League of Legends? Maybe that's what I'm supposed to be. Shart, Shadowheart. You've never heard her called Shart before? Neither did I until somebody in one of my friend groups started saying it. No? Well, now you can't. Now you're never gonna stop thinking about it. You're welcome. Because her name is Shadowheart. Therefore, Shart. I think this is a dungeon. I don't think I'm meant to be in here. I won't watch you play League of Legends. Why not? What's wrong with League? Most loaded question of all time. League's still cool. Why would so many people play it if it wasn't cool? What if I cannot even begin to imagine the egg on your face after I get fucking diamond ranked or challenger or whatever the flavor of the month rank is. You don't want to hear me endlessly bitch about being stuck in wood elo because my team can't coordinate and nobody is going to Baron when I'm going to Baron. I played League of Legends like about a year or so ago. No, it was less than a year. Time and space is rapidly losing meaning for me. I played it because I got off of playing on Teamfight Tactics. I got really into that for whatever reason, suddenly. And I had a good time with that. I also had a good time with the League of Legends card game. That was decently fun. And then I was like, I remember playing League about 1,000 years ago. How bad could it be? Every single person, every single team, sorry, that I played with had a unbelievably toxic person in it. Like a truly radioactively awful person that seemed to just exist to give you to just like volunteer massive amounts of verbal garbage at any moment. And it didn't occur to me until well after I stopped playing that I could have just muted those people. But part of the reason why I didn't mute people was not because I was fighting back with them or something, because you know I've been through that phase in my life where I felt so inclined to just sit there and try to trade verbal barbs with somebody that I will never meet again, ever. Truly ever. Nor remember. But it's just because I figured that eventually I'm gonna meet a group of people that understand that we're all in unranked and we're just trying to get to ranked. One of the most staggeringly weird things about me putting my toe back in those cursed waters was like realizing that I had to play probably like 20 hours of unranked league matches to get to a level where the game would allow you to play ranked. It never used to be that way. Like, and I don't know why they changed it to be like that. I don't know if it's just because of some extremely misplaced faith that they had in their anti-trolling systems, if you could call them that, or what. Destroy troll trophy spikes, poison troll food, drive trolls away. Okay. Here I come. If you play LOL, you need to make at least 50% disparaging comments per hour, or you aren't really playing. Yeah, man. I guess that's the meta. The meta. You have to just be as loud as possible. I enjoyed the gameplay, or at least I think that I psyoped myself into believing that I was enjoying what I was experiencing. I didn't really know at all what was happening, because the items had changed so drastically since the last time that I meaningfully played it. Pew pew pew. Pew 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 pew. This does feel pretty good. I'm enjoying Ranger at this current juncture more than Engineer, which is insane to me because the Engineer just seems like it would be so much closer or in line. Are you regenning faster than I can kill you? There you go. Seems to be just so much more in line with my brand as like a robot person in a toga. When I do well enough, chat, that I basically earned back what I've invested into the channel, I may consider doing a new model, which would not be terribly different from this ancient theming that I'm running with now. I might have a face instead, and I don't know how you feel about that. Not that it's anything that we necessarily will have to worry about for a while, but just know that because you and I have frank conversations with each other, that this is something that is on my radar. I think I've reached the point in my extremely nascent, budding, borderline prepubescent streaming career where I can pretty reliably do the thing that most people recommend that streamers do, which is to just absolutely saturate your audience with spoken words that you can't. It's not a good idea. It's not recommended to have more than 5 or 6 seconds of nothing coming out of your mouth. Because if your viewership is not having blood or viscera or the English language, sorry, not English necessarily, the human language being volunteered at them, then they just get bored and they go do something else, which is perfectly valid. I'm not separate from that camp. I feel that in a big way. But I do think that there's something to be said about having a mouth and having eyeballs that you can look at. I do enjoy the uncanny valley aspect of my model because I designed it. Well, I designed it in tandem with the artist that did it. I designed it with the express purpose of being interesting and slightly eerie looking. Truth be told, there is a outfit that has a silver mask in Elden Ring, and I asked the artist to hybridize toga with something like the mask, like ancient masks that some Eastern warriors would wear into battle, or Greek warriors. But I want the eyes to glow. While I was figuring out my whole cam setup, it only occurred to me later on that it was hugely helpful in masking what could have been a staggering array of expression-based issues. Like sometimes you see VTubers, and this is not their fault. People work with what they have. But sometimes you'll see VTubers where like their eyeballs are just going ape shit. Like independently closing of each other. They're constantly zooming in and out of frame. I mean, we experienced some of that in real time, so I can only imagine how bad it could have been if I had a face. Right? And like their mouth is just like going ba 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 over and over again. I have all my shit fine-tuned now that I think that it would be a non-issue for me to have a face and have it look mostly normal, or have the lips and eyes move the way that you would expect. Sussy was a combination of a lot of things. Part of that is the application too. It is, yes, it's a sum of all parts type thing. Sussy was a live combat test of the dystopian idea that if you attach boobs to something, that it may increase numbers on a predominantly male website. And it was a test of like my general equipment and software setup's ability to properly track my eyes and mouth. And also because it was funny to come up with like an RR face. It was a test of if you have boobs, they will come. And I did not, and to that end, I did not get enough data to really definitively tell whether or not a person was able to, like, unless I handed out a survey and been like, do you think that you would have stayed as long as you did had I not had boobs? I never gave a survey to that effect to anyone that came in. So outside of that, I am not a mind reader. I get close sometimes. Like, if I know you well enough, I can maybe predict when you're next going to shit your pants. But as far as whether or not you stayed and for how long because you wanted to watch me do the RR face, only time will tell. Brought to you by HelloFresh to Ride the Walrus. That's not part of HelloFresh's motto. I don't know where I'm getting that from. I don't know where I'm getting that from at all. Okay. All right, I'm gonna call it. That's it. Next stream is gonna be tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, regional equivalent. We're gonna be playing something. I have truly no idea. If you like this even the littlest bit, follow on Twitch and or subscribe on YouTube. It helps a ton. If you like this a lot, consider subscribing here on Twitch. It nets you all sorts of emotes like the very popular Let's Go variant and the stabby emote. Every penny that I get goes directly back into making these streams bigger and better. And I will see you guys tomorrow. More Monster Hunters? Yeah, we could swing that. I don't see why not. I'm going to find another streamer to raid you over to. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, let's see. I know that Bo is playing Lethal Company and that I am so inclined to send her over to her. Zophie is somebody that I've recently started talking to more and more, and she's a wonderful human being that deserves all the support in the world. Not saying Bo doesn't. I'm just saying that Zophie does too. And it's been a while since I've had an opportunity to raid anybody over to Zophie Lovey. Just say hi to her. Spend like 5 minutes in her presence, and you will understand why I feel the way that I do. I'm gonna raid you over to /raid Zophie Lofi. Invalid username. I know how to spell her name for sure. Raid. That was just a test, and you passed. Lofi. Okay, there you go. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow 7 for maybe Monster Hunter. I do not know. Goodbye, my friends. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for listening to my bullshit. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. I should be better tomorrow. Bye.